Yeah, how are you? How's your day? Just give it a second to follow that again. It stopped because it's all really terrible in terms of its functionality. It stopped because it cuts the broadcast while I send you that invite. It should be resumed because now I'm playing. Yeah, just go on YouTube. Yeah, just go on YouTube and look up Chris Correa, No Man's Sky. Probably find it. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on my YouTube channel. Yeah. That's how my sister watches. I play for my sister a lot. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, you probably could just do that. That would probably be better quality. Okay, so what I'm doing is probably not going to be very thrilling, but I'll get it. Yeah, I'll be explaining what we're doing here in the game. Nice. Wait, the little tiny thing? The little dumb thing? Sorry, not dumb. The little thing? The little mini dog? Very cool. There you go. I am? Yeah. So yeah, I'll explain. Are you watching now? Okay. So. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. I just got the notification you're watching. Okay. So, No Man's Sky is a lot. No Man's Sky is a. Yeah, but you're not hearing me speak, right? I would. I would actually say, just for the better experience, go ahead. Don't listen to me on this party. Just watch the video, and I'll explain things as it's happening. It's probably the better experience. And we'll just do this for like 15 minutes, and we can play another game if you'd like. Cool. Okay, so No Man's Sky. I would say the log line of No Man's Sky is it's Minecraft in space. When this game came out 3 years ago, it had super hype attached to it because what the creators at Hello Games, very small team, had done is created an algorithm to create a almost infinite space that is procedurally generated, and the whole draw of the game was go ahead and get a spaceship and fly from planet to planet seamlessly, discovering things, and be the first one to discover things and name them and stuff like that, right? So if we look at the log of this playthrough I'm playing, these are my discoveries. So these are the planets these are the systems that I've been to, the yellow. And then if I dig down, these are all the planets in those systems. And you can name planets. So last night, Mike and I were playing, and I named this planet El Didos because it was the first planet that we were on together. So we built a little, we built a home there. Then Oof is this planet that was just really tough for us. Yeah, so you can name things as much as you want. El Dude 1 is the first planet I was on this save file. And you get in the vanilla No Man's Sky, you got stuff for discovering things, and that was pretty much it, right? Like discovering animals, discovering plants. So I don't think I've discovered this yet. No, I have. Let's see something I haven't discovered. Oh, right here, unidentified plant. So I press L2, bring up my visor, hold R2. I discovered that, and then I just got 512 units. Looking at all these red dots. Right, so I'm discovering those things. Now, if I wanted to go ahead and name these creatures, right? Like I could go, like I just discovered this bird right here, so I could go and I could just rename it. And if someone else came across this bird, they would see that, and they would come across this bird called Dick Brains. Which is, I'm an idiot. Okay. The planet I'm on, Mike and I, like, this is your inventory. This looks daunting right now, but these are all different abilities that upgrades that I've added to my character. So this one is a moderate upgrade for the movement system, improving sprint distance and jetpack tanks. So jetpack is I hold X. I take a little damage there. Top left, bottom left is a bunch of not health gauges, but sort of life gauges. The flame meter is, this planet is a really hot planet, and I have a hazmat suit that sort of stops me from dying. When that top meter goes all the way down, I will start losing life, which is that meter underneath it. Life support system. And once this life support system goes down, then at the top left I lose health. It's all very convoluted. You don't really ever... This game's not about dying. You're not going to do a lot of that early on. Big part of the game is mining resources. So you... Like, these plants have carbon in them. These rocks have ferrite dust. I go here and I can use ferrite dust to build things. Just like Minecraft, right? Like I have quick select menus that I can put stuff out here, base computer, refinery, which is like your furnace in Minecraft, save points. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what's the best way, like, for 15 minutes to show you the game. So Mike and I we jumped from one galaxy to a new galaxy, and we landed on this planet right here before we ended our session earlier today, just because we wanted to go to a new galaxy. We had sort of worn out the galaxy we were in, so we warp jumped to this galaxy and landed on this planet. I haven't really discovered much on this planet yet, but to give you an idea of the scale of this game, second. I'm currently looking for oxygen because I have the starship and I have a storage for the starship. I have an exosuit, storage for the exosuit, and I have a multi-tool, which is this thing that I use to mine stuff. And on that multi-tool, I have different upgrades attached to it. The ones that are glowing, I haven't fully developed these. So what I need for this plasma launcher, which is basically a grenade launcher, and they're, you know, a grenade launcher, I need the superoxide crystal. To make the superoxide crystal, I need 150. So I just made a pin, and on the bottom right it says gather oxygen, 150 oxygen. And I'll be able to create that grenade launcher, which is going to be exciting. But let's get up here. I press R2, and I bring my ship up. You can change your starship view to be first person, if that so suits you. R2 flies, R1 tilts me to the right, L1 tilts me to the left. Circle boosts me. I personally like the starship view to be in third person because I like to play the on-foot game in first person. My starship has weapons that I'd use if I ran into pirates, when I have space pirates, when I have tons of valuable resources on my ship. I'm more likely to get pinged by some space pirates that want to fuck me up. So when Mike and I, when we play again, when we go back into this planet, we're going to do a lot more exploring. We're going to look for resources that might be rare that we can sell on the space station. We might look for caves and stuff like that we can go explore. Then there's mineral deposits, and I found a mineral deposit right there. It's that little pool right there, so I'm going to go ahead and land. Square lands. Square to get out. That creates a save point. Phosphorus deposit. So phosphorus, if you look here, I organize this my way. So phosphorus is like what charges my multi-tool, which is this guy right here. This is its mining beam mode. So let's say I needed carbon, which I do always need carbon. It's an unidentified plant, so I'm going to go ahead and scan it. I'll get some money for scanning it, 512. I will go ahead and mine it by holding R2. I just gained carbon and also selenium, and I can sell the selenium, carbon, and stuff like that I need to recharge my tools. But this guy, like, the mining beam won't really work on it, right? So I press triangle and I bring up the terrain manipulator, which has a manipulator mode. And I start mining this phosphorus, which I could sell, but in reality phosphorus is one of the best fuels in the game. And so I'm going to mine this phosphorus, keep it in my inventory when I'm running low on mining juice, or I need spaceship fuel, and this will help me get through some sticky situations. Right? Now, so see, now I've got 247 phosphorus. You can also press circle and make a creator mode. And here's what creator mode does. Right, and so you could do that. Make whatever you'd like. Make whatever sort of structures you'd like. Or you can go ahead and say, you know what, I want to go explore what might be underground. I'm going to go to the mine. Oh! There's an animal. These animals are procedurally generated as well, so they all look kind of funky and weird. They're sort of random. Watchful behavior. If I had some animal bait, which I'll make for us. Creature pellets. I can go make friends with this homie. Scan creatures to discover their bait. So the bait is fermented fruit. That'd get him. So right now he's feeling full. He's sort of my buddy. Now a few of them are eating the pellets that I dropped, and so they're all my buddies. They're all feeling good, feeling happy. They'll follow me around, which, I mean, is adorable. There are also predators out there. Those are a little more rare, and depends on the planet you go on, that you might find a planet. I mean, find one of those animals, and let's say I got into a scrap with an animal. I'd go ahead. I really don't want to do this, but I'd go ahead and kill the animal. I feel terrible about doing that. And I just got some raw steak, which looks like I could sell this raw steak for 4,000 units. I'll go ahead and keep it. I'm going to drop the silicon powder because it's garbage. It looks like they took poops. I don't know what this does. Search dung sample. Ah, so they pooped, and they pooped out a mineral that I can maybe go sell, or I could make something out of it. It's only 1,500, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't want it to take up space in my inventory for right now. What I'm looking for is oxygen. So I'm gonna push in the L3 button, look around for O2. Boom. That sort of speed boost that I got is because of an upgrade that I got. So I grab this oxygen. I need 150 of it. Oh, and just so you see, in first person, I could go third person, and this is what my character looks like. Mike and I, without consulting each other, picked a very similar character, which is hilarious, and you can completely, you can change how your character looks to whatever you sort of desire within their animator. I think Mike likes to play in third person. But again, I like first person, so we're gonna go to first person. Alright. So now, I'm gonna try to show the magic, the super magic of the game. Where the game really, oh, this fucking looks awesome. What is this thing? Fireberry. Fireberry, edible plant. 2,400 for one. Yeah, I'll probably take that and sell that. Okay, so here's the magic of this game. Those are not other humans, that's just computer-controlled ships, NPCs, flying around. So, here we go, looking up at the stars. There's a planet over there. With rings, there's another planet. Let's see if we see anything else on the horizon. Looks like there's a planet that way. Okay, I'm gonna head this way, this planet over here. Here we go. Let's breach the atmosphere and get up into space. So this is all happening seamlessly, no loading times. And this is what I think really makes this game something else. So there we are. That's the planet we were just on. I hadn't named that planet yet, and there's really no need to name planets. But if you name planets, they'll give you some more. They'll give you some more credits. There's a planet over here. Whoa! Whoa! So these are all space freighters. I could go fly to those freighters and land on them and conduct, trades with alien creatures. Or if I had enough money, I could go buy a freighter and put a bunch of ships on it, and try to become a space pirate, right? Unknown planet. Let's go ahead and scan this planet and see what we have. So I pressed L3. It's an irradiated planet. There's gamma root, activated copper, uranium, and cobalt. It says nothing about oxygen. There's typically oxygen on every planet, except for dead planets. Let's see what this planet has. So if I was just to glide to this planet, if I was just to fly to this planet, it would take me 2 hours and 11 minutes to get there, right? High sentinel activity, decaying nuclear planet. This planet's going to be a shit show, so we're going to head to this planet. This planet's going to be really hard. I doubt I'm going to like being there, but I give you an idea of what's going on, right? So it'd take me 2 hours to get there if I'm just flying at this speed. If I go ahead and use boost, it'll take me 18 minutes and 22. But if I go ahead and press L1 and R1 together, we start gunning it. And it's still going to take me 1:05 to get there. The name that you see, Beaky21/A7, that's just the computer-generated name for it. I can go ahead and give it a name when I get there, and I've got a feel for what it is. So during this time, this will be a good time so that I can go ahead and fill up my thrusters with any. So yeah, I just ran out of fuel. So that's the pulse engine, and tritium is what brings it up. To get tritium, I would go to some asteroids and shoot the asteroids, and I'd get tritium. So now I can go ahead and press L1R1. Keep going. I don't have a lot of space in my inventory, but that's okay. I'm just looking to get oxygen. Now I want to get enough oxygen so I can make 2 of these superoxide crystals, one for me and one for Mike, because we both have the same blueprint that we're trying to complete. So we're 5, 4, 3, 1. All right. I press X to fire my photon cannon. And looks like these are all gold asteroids, so I'm just racking up gold right now. Ooh, a gold nugget? Oh yeah, this is lucrative. I'm gonna sell all this gold and the silver. And there's some tritium. Wow, this looks like this is a big gold. Alright, so now that I've got a bunch of gold on my ship, and tritium, some space pirates have locked into me. Oh no, fugitive starship detected. Hunt and destroy to claim bounty, 200,000 units, criminal rating dangerous. So if I go to this bounty 12 minutes away, I could go try to fight him and earn 200,000 bucks. But he's supposedly dangerous, and I'm still using the basic ship, right? Mike has a freighter ship that's de-emphasizes fighting and has a lot more storage, and mine is more maneuverable and can fight. I'm not going to take him on because I do have stuff that is worth a lot of money, and I don't want to lose it. So if you die, it's like Dark Souls. You go back to your body and get everything from your inventory. It's never very hard, ever, to get your stuff back. Let's go check out this planet. So we know that this was a heavily irradiated planet. Ooh, there's an unknown building right there, so we're gonna start there. Looks like there's a space station over to our right, and this unknown building to our left. Let's go down. Let's check it out. Okay, the unknown building doesn't look like much. Let's go to that space station over to our right. The 2 planets you've seen so far, they don't have a lot of vegetation. That's obviously not the case on all the planets. Some planets are exceedingly beautiful. Alright, so this is my first time stepping on, so it's a decaying nuclear planet. The weather is contaminated puddles. There are sentinels. Sentinels are these robots that are here to moderate you mining. I see an animal over here. Those look harmless. If you read over there, it's easily startled elderly animals. So I'm gonna go over here, check out the space station, this little station right here, see if there's any life forms. So my multi-tool, I upgraded it to have ammo that bounces off of things. This is me getting sodium. Sometimes I can get ammo from those. Oxygen, right? Whoa, hey! So this guy's a merchant. As you go through the game, you find these little knowledge crystals that will teach you languages. At the beginning, I would have no idea what this guy is saying, but now I've learned friend, not, nothing, is, and no. So I know a little bit of what he's saying. It's very much like an RPG game. I have caught the trader red-handed. A small device is overriding the facility's remote trade interface. They make a proposition. Friend! I don't understand what he's saying. And trader, destroy. Above the gentle buzz of embezzlement that now surrounds us, I can hear the life forms terrified gulps. The air tastes pure fear. I don't really know necessarily what he's done, so I'm gonna demand a share. Maybe he's a pirate. Aha! I guessed right. And he just gave me 7,000 bucks. Thanks, homie. You're the best. Alright, so that's all. He doesn't have anything to trade. That alien life form is a Gek. So I'm checking his computer. If I could decipher 9183-1839. So I have to guess the next input. If I guess the input right, then I would get something for doing this. I'm not going to do this right now. I'm just trying to show you as much game as possible. Was that the same guy? Okay, that's the same guy. He's just chilling here. Okay, if he wanted to... I could set up a base computer and I could build up my own base right here. I'm not going to build a base on an irradiated planet, right? Like, it's just going to be tough to survive here all the time. This looks like this might be a... Yeah, that's a predator right there. He's chasing some prey. There's some O2 this way, so I'm gonna go get this O2. Right, and I just, as I'm doing things, I am analyzing lots of things. I'm not sure if Mike analyzes as much as I do. I get a kick out of the exploring, but the game has really developed so that it's incentivizing every playstyle. Like, if you want to just go around and kill things, if you want to go around, build homes, whatever you want to do, you can do. So that's pretty much No Man's Sky. I mean, of course... Oh, what is this? So it looks like there's a lot of fauna here. These are sentinels. These sentinels, they are patrolling all the planets. We don't really know. It's sort of a mystery what purpose they serve, but they hate when you're mining things. They hate when you're causing a ruckus, and they'll come and fight you. They're sort of like GTA wanted system. Mike and I aren't super powerful, so those guys can fuck us up, so we try to mind our P's and Q's, but of course we can get really powerful and become space pirates and really get into some trouble. So I go here, I'm going to save and chart this planet. And get back in my... Oh wait, hold it. So I want to... let's say I wanted to find something here. I put down the signal booster, which I have in my inventory. Hit this. And then I can go ahead and locate nearby structures. It'll do a pulse and show me something nearby that I can go do. It looks like it's going to show me this drop pod. Now I can go to that drop pod and I can complete it. I can complete it as a mission, which would require me mining things. Oh, look at this big guy. And I would get an upgrade for my exosuit. I would get a new slot. But Mike and I find that they're not the best investment, so there's other ways to. There's other way easier ways to get upgrades for your suit. Including, I'm gonna grab this, put this back in my. Let's see if there's any oxygen near us. Oh, there's some oxygen right there. So, that's, I mean, that's No Man's Sky. I'm not, yeah, I'm not, like, looks like these are some ruins I can go check out if I wanted to. Alright, and so a lot of the game is like going and exploring planets, trying to find the resources you want or need for different blueprints that you have. Final thing I'm going to go do is go into space and show you the last two, I guess, main elements of the game is the space stations, right? So the space stations are where I can... Space stations are where I could... Oh wait, hold up. There's a threat detected, and that was mostly harmless, it looked like. I could go take out a mostly harmless pirate, for sure. Yeah, let's go take him out. So I'm rolling up on this pirate. I've got my weapons ready. And I'm going to take him out and get 100k. Ooh. He's not messing around. And so you want to aim at their circle. Takes getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to take out ships. So. Alright, we handled that ship, and now we're going to go to the space station. I look at it, I press L1R2, L1R1, and now I'm locked in, and a minute and 20 seconds from now I'll be at the space station. And I'll be able to sell my items. I could change my character's appearance. I could use a teleporter to go teleport to any other planet that I found and build a base on. Yeah, you could do just like really whatever you'd like once you're in the game. And actually, while I'm out here just give you an idea of the scale of this game, because it is pretty much limitless. This is No Man's Sky. All of these are galaxies. These are all systems, rather, that I could go to. There are 4 planets in that system right there. This one right here. There are 5 planets right there. This is No Man's Sky. It is space, man. I could warp. Eventually I could warp to any of these stars. Right now, because it's early goings. That's where I am right now. This is where we are. And this is sort of the path that I've charted already. You see some of the... See, this is my first home. Is that red home right there? That's where I started my journey. And now I'm over here. But I could just keep going this way. Discover any of these. Some of these have been found by other people. Some haven't. Most haven't. And this is sort of the, you know, this is the magnitude of No Man's Sky. So, if you like space, man, this is a pretty chill experience, pretty relaxed experience. I'm gonna leave because I'm trying to go to this space station. I'm just headed to the space station, and once I'm there, I'm gonna close up shop on No Man's Sky, and I'm gonna move into Overwatch. You can join if you'd like. Of course, you can. Nah, just do you, live your life, best life. But yeah, that's it, man. That's kind of it. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more. I didn't show you any like building structures or anything like that. If you want to see that, I can go to the space station and head to one of my planets with a structure. But yeah, I mean, whatever you want to build, you can build. You can just build. You know, it's a super in-depth. It's wild. You do all sorts of crazy shit, and they just have added so much stuff to it over the last 3 years. Yeah, can you hear me? I hear you. Cool. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and we can do that, and there are communities dedicated to being space pirates. There are different communities that have like trade networks in different parts of the universe. Like it's massive multiplayer online now. Yeah, now it is. So when it first came out, Vanilla No Man's Sky was a solitary experience. It was just you in this almost infinitely generated space. So this, if you see the spaceship just came in, these spaceships just came in. I'm looking for a new spaceship, and I'm pretty flush with monies, so I go to this guy. Right, he's open to trading. I can go make an offer on his spaceship, and I'll look at it. He's 5 million. I don't have 5 million, but right, I could like. That's what I'm working towards, is one of these big spaceships. Like I have the beginner spaceship, is that guy over there to the left. I think Mike. You could find a spaceship on planets that is completely wrecked, and then you can just make that your mission, which Mike did. He found a completely wrecked spaceship, and he's building it now. He's like building it back up. I want to just buy a dope I want to buy a dope spaceship that can like get into, you know, firefights and stuff like that. So this one's I could buy this spaceship right now. Oh my god, I'm gonna buy this spaceship. Oh man. I think I'm gonna buy this spaceship. So I could buy it outright, or I could exchange my ship for his ship. Yeah, and I'd be down. I'd only have like 100,000. So I'm just gonna take all the stuff out of my. I'm buying this ship. I'm gonna dismantle this stuff, because then I can take that stuff with me. No, it doesn't, which is awesome. Yes. So, okay, I can't do anything with deuterium. That's fine. I got rid of it. I'm gonna buy the ship. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so excited. And that's my ship now. Oh my god. Look at my piece of shit ship over there. Yes! Ah! This is my first new spaceship in No Man's Sky ever. So the old No Man's Sky vanilla. So it used to take forever. It used to be just like forever. But now, I don't know. I've started playing this again Friday or Thursday. Mike and I had a pretty insane sesh last night. We played until 4:30 a.m. But it's really easy to make money. So just to give you an idea. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm so fucking pumped. Oh man. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what it's like to make money. You could do missions. I could go to this guy and get a mission right here and go do it. Like go find 4 resource deposits, go kill a super predator, etc., etc. Or I could just go to a galactic trade terminal like this, and I could sell items from my inventory. I'm gonna sell all the things that are meant to be sold. I don't have anything that's like worth a ton, because I wasn't looking for anything like that. But Mike and I found some, like really easy ways to just make tons of money, including like stealing these alien eggs. And we have this whole system. So like once you join, we will just be using that and making millions. Like we both made $1 million in like 35 minutes. Earlier today, like we figured out how to really game it. So yeah, I made all my money from selling stuff. So I have no money anymore, and I don't really care because now I have this awesome starship that I'm so excited about, dude. So yeah, you can get a freighter. Yeah, you can get a big freighter. You remember those things that warped to where we were? Yeah, you can buy no, he has a ship like one of these, but it's a freighter class, one of these ships, so it's like a big bulky ship, and it has tons of, so like look at my starship, has like pretty similar to what I just had in terms of space. His ship has a lot more space for goods. My ship is more, the way I play it, I want to just have something fast and can do damage. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not even there yet. I have no idea. But yeah, dude, I bet you can. I mean, the freighters are awesome. The freighters are really cool. But again, like those are like I think like 50 million, 100 million. Abandoned starship. Okay, so I've abandoned the starship because I don't have a freighter. This ship is now not mine anymore. It's gone, which that means nothing to me because I remember to get everything off of it. So I'm gonna hop in this guy. I'm just gonna take, just because I just got a ship, but this is my first new ship. I'm just gonna take the first spin. Yeah, buddy. Ah! It feels very agile. It feels more agile, and yeah, it's a little faster. But yeah, you can make any ship way faster by just getting upgrades and then installing them, right? So like, I would clear all this stuff out, and then, so this one came with this Launch System Recharger S-Class, which is the highest rated upgrade you can put on. So allow for a slow trickle charge while the ship is not in operation. So whenever I land my ship and then I take off with my old ship, I had to keep making fuel for that and use resources. This one, apparently, it refuels the launch thrusters automatically, which is incredible. So now I'll never have to make fuel for my ship to launch or land, which is just like massive. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited. Cool. So yeah, that's No Man's Sky, dude. That's what this is. It's like a really chill experience. There are really tense moments. The tense moments are like when you are, and this happened to Mike and I several times last night. When we went to a planet, we loaded our starship and our inventory up with valuable resources, and then you have to make the trip from the planet to a space station, and pirates are just chasing you, and you're getting into fights. And Mike didn't have any weapons installed on his new ship, so I was like, he's like flying around freighters, dodging pirates as I'm on their tail, chasing them, firing at them, as we're just like trying to end our night. Oh, see? Oh, fuck this. Oh, so the hostile scan happens, and you could, in that moment, when they establish contact, I could go down on my D-pad and go to my Starship communicator and talk to them, and I could give them like money. I could just be like, hey man, like I don't really want to get into a fight, just like here's 50,000. Or they might be like, give me 200,000, and in that case I'll be like, fuck that, I'm gonna fight you, right? And so that is, since you are watching, what I'm gonna do, because all I showed you was dead planets. I want to show you what a really like beautiful lush planet looks like. So I'm just gonna go to this just so you see what that looks like as well. So there's this teleporter, and I'm looking at my bases, and so I press that button, and now I'm darting to one of my bases. Yep, it'll be there right when I load in. And this is like on a completely different system. So like I was in that system, Mike and I just got to that system we were in together, like we hadn't explored those planets. I'm going back to an old system that I've already explored most of the planets, and I've like built a little home at one of them. And I only build homes in planets that are lush, because they're like beautiful, and it's no stress to be on the planet, because if it's a little stressful, it's sort of like I don't really want to have a home there. Unless Mike and I might make like just like in Minecraft, you might make a small home that's like temporary, you know, like just a temporary home while you're mining, because like some planets that are just racked with like supercell storms, like they have the best resources, but you have to like just land, hop off your ship, get the resources, hop back on your ship just to get out of the storm because you're gonna die so quickly. So yeah, boom. Only to places you can teleport from your you can teleport through a teleporter, like I have one right here. To any star base, station that you go to. So like we were just on that station, I could go to any station that I've been to. So I've probably been to like 8 or 9 stations, or any teleporter / base that you've created. You could, yeah, you could, totally. Yeah, you totally could. You totally could. Mike and I sort of like the pirate stuff. Because again, if you die, it's not super hard to get your stuff back. So Mike made all of this. Mike made all of this stuff. I was like, Mike, I was trying to learn some of the basics during power to a teleporter. So I was in here, I was in this little thing, and his was glitching out, like he wasn't able to go in here. So I was in here trying to figure out how to like do this. And I came out and I had made this really off-putting 3D structure. So yeah, so like here I have a construction research unit built for us. So like this unit, watch, buildable technology. I go here and I have 7 salvage data top left. I like want to go ahead and unlock the save beacon, so now I can create that. I can unlock the health station. Solar panel will give power to that building via the sun instead of me having to use resources, right? These are all of the wooden structures that I can make. The ones with orange on them I haven't learned yet. Metal, concrete, core habitation, and then you know, that's just the structures. There's also technology, I think, which is a whole, yeah, buildable technology. So watch buildable technology. Oh, no, that was it. Okay. Yeah, and then there's a base computer, but this is one of my favorite planets that I've come across in my short time with the game. It's just like these rolling fields of purple grass. Like these awesome green trees. You see how there's nothing killing me on the bottom left? This is just a habitable. It's just like a perfect temp. There's like very little sentinels, so I can mine without being nervous about like getting into some shit. Oh, so yes, this right here. So this is a knowledge stone. I'm gonna go to it. I just learned the Korvax word for convergence. There are 4 species of alien: Korvax, Gek, something else. Oh, Vy'keen and Traveler, and they're all different languages. So you're learning different words, and as you're talking to them, you'll see the words that you know in English. And so that's how you learn that stuff. All these creatures are really are docile, awesome, and so yeah, that's No Man's Sky, dude. Like that's what it is. And vanilla No Man's Sky I really liked, but it was all about like basic exploring. Like let's say I found a planet that was mostly ocean. Before there was no way for me to explore that planet. Now you can build, and Mike and I haven't even figured out how to make cars yet. You can make cars, exocrafts. Yeah, now you can build underwater structures and like get submersibles and go explore the like oceans, which like I'm excited about because I'm really into the ocean. So yeah, it's a good place for us to just, yeah, totally. Mhm. And the other thing is that you don't have to play like you can play together and not like. A lot of last night was Mike was on another. For a lot of last night, I was on after we had our first foray of doing this silly stuff. I was on this planet mining things for a few of the recipes I needed to build, and he was on a planet just over there, like way far away. And like I could see the little dot just letting me know that like, don't deal with me, bro. It's off planet. Like, and to get to him would take me like 70 hours. But you can use hyperdrive, right? And so like the scale of the game is really unbelievable. And all my fears about the progression being sort of stagnant and taking forever were laid to rest last night, because you can go really fast. Yeah, like you can, like we figured out how to mine shit really fast. We figured out how to. I'm so pumped about this ship. Oh. But yeah. What happened? Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that blows. Are you okay? Yeah. She doesn't want her owner to be in pain. Yeah, man, so I would say that this game is in a really incredible place. Hello Game, when the game first came out, it was slammed for being boring. I still really dug it because I found the central conceit of going from planet to planet to be fucking like amazing, and nothing was like that at the time. But after a few hours, I was like, I get it. Like, there's not a ton to do. Like, now there's nothing but things to do, and there's nothing but several ways to do all of those things. Like, look at these fucking floating crystals. I've never seen these before in my life. These No, no, don't be sorry. These floating crystals I just found. What are these fucking things? Rare metal element. Oh, probably a delay. And like the mining gets faster and faster the more you upgrade your weapons. Yeah, like I think yesterday Mike was on that moon because this planet has that little moon, and he was on that moon over there as I was over here, and he was getting into all sorts of adventures up there as I was here, and it's seamless. Like there's no loading times for me to go from here to him or him to me. It's just like, yeah, yeah, dude. I think you will like it. I think it's just a chill experience. Um, it has its own little quirks, which will take getting used to. But once you get used, just like Minecraft, once you get used to them, it all makes sense and settles in. So yeah, ow, something hit me. Yeah, that's no problem. I'm gonna hop off this after I save, just as I just did now, and I'm gonna go into Overwatch and start some QP. See ya. How do I stop this broadcast? What's going on here?